lovely colouring friends, my name is Amanda and this is my channel Amanda Colours. So I am back. I have been on my cruise holiday and it was fantastic. I am hoping to share a bit of a recap video with you sometime very soon. But today I am here with my completed pages video for August 2023. But did you know that cows have best friends? They do. Farmers and scientists have noticed that cows form these friendships and they like to hang out with their bestie. And if something happens to their best friend cow, they go into mourning, which is pretty sad. But it's very, very cute that they have best friends. So before we start, I wanted to show a couple of little things. So this right here is Emerald. I bought her when I went out onto the Barrier Reef on the Journey Beyond Cruise Whitsundays boat. And I just think she's adorable. And so you might see her around on the channel. So she might sit there for now. And also my mum bought me this gorgeous little sea turtle charm from Pandora, which I will put on my bracelet at some point soon. But I just wanted to show you those couple of little things because I don't have a haul video or anything for this month. Also, I did start a, sorry Emerald, you're gonna have to move. I did start another Olivier Odorant tutorial from her Patreon group. And I haven't finished the page yet, but I started it while I was on the boat. And then found that my hands just weren't working. Where is it? My hands weren't working very well, so I didn't continue because pencil colouring takes quite a big toll on my hands. So I started this one and I'm happy with how it's coming along so far, but obviously I have quite a way to go still. So maybe this month, September, I can get that completed. But what I did do was a whole bunch of mini paint gem diamond paintings. Wrong way. So I was gifted a couple of sets of these from Jody from JI Colorist, which was so generous and so lovely. And then I was also gifted some diamond painting tools from the lovely Shell from my the Facebook group that Disney Makes Colouring and I co-host. So I was using those on the ship as well, and I ended up doing quite a lot. So there's only a few left to do, but I was inspired by Jody and I've decided I am going to turn them into Christmas cards. So I did this snowman and the bells. Little Merry Christmas with some holly and berries. The little reindeer, the wreath, some candles, Christmas tree, Merry Christmas with a poinsettia, some baubles, some presents, a stocking, a snow globe, and a robin. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing them, and I found that being in the little kit that Jody sent was such a perfect thing to take on holiday. You know, you've got everything right there with you, doesn't take up a lot of space. And, you know, when we were out at sea on the days that we weren't stopping at different ports, it was just a really fun activity to do out in the sun on deck of the boat. So that was fun. The other thing I did quite a bit of was puzzles from this book that, this magazine that my mum bought me in 2022. Lots of puzzles, but there are also a couple of colouring pages in here. And because my hand was playing up and I only really took pencils with me, which was not ideal for the hand pain, I had some fine liners that I brought with me as well. So I just coloured these really in a sketchy kind of way with the fine liners, and that was a lot of fun too. So we have those. So this book here is a favourite, and I try and colour in it as much as I can each month. Disney Meg's Colouring and myself co-host a Facebook group called Colour With Us, and we'd love to have you join us. The link is down in the description, but each week we host 2 scavenger hunt prompts. The first one is a Disney one and the second one is a general one, so I try and do my Disney ones in this book. So the first one was actually for last month, I think. I'm not sure if I've shown this, so I will show you again just in case. So mostly in this book I use my Inktense pencils and watercolours and metallic gel pens. So that's pretty much what I have done. And then there's a few in here I didn't get to this month, but that's okay. I did do Winnie the Pooh, and there are touches of metallic around on the page in different places, and metallic watercolour for the honey. That one I didn't get to. I also did Jessie from Toy Story. And there's just a little bit of metallic on her buttons and her belt buckle there. But she's very cute. So happy. Didn't get to that one. Or that one. Or that one. I did do this one, Jafar. And again, there's some metallic on the scarab beetles, and I used the black glaze pen on parts of his robe as well. And then we have this double page spread that I did, and again using Inktense, and then it's kind of soaked into the paper, which happens sometimes, but metallic gel pen on the center detail of all of them too, but I don't think it's really going to show up. So that is it for that book this month. Excuse me. So then we have Frogs and Friends, the digital colouring book by Morgan O'Brien, and Disney makes colouring, and I co-host a colour along in this book each month. And last month for August, we did this page. So we're actually getting pretty close to finishing this book. There's only, I think there's only 4 or 5 pages left. But if you wanted to join us, you're still more than welcome. But with this, I used my gelatos in the background with a stencil, Copic markers, some stickles, glossy accents on the eyes, and metallic gel pen for some details. So hopefully you can see that sparkle and the shine on the eyes. I just love how grumpy he is, and his little belly with the excuse me, his belly button. I think that's really, really cute. So I have actually already done the September page, but I'm not going to show you just yet. So another thing we have started in the Colour With Us Facebook group is August was our very first month of our full book buddy colour. So it's only for people within the Facebook group. So if you want to join us, make sure you join the group. And it's in Magic Jars by Colouring Book Cafe. And the page we did this month was this one with the apples and the worms. So Megan actually chose this page, and that's because in the US, August is often a back to school month, and the apples reminded her of back to school. So I used gelatos and a stencil in the background, and then Copic markers, white acrylic paint marker, and I think that's it. But I'm really quite happy with how the water drops turned out. I've been trying to work on colouring that and work on how to colour glass. So this book's going to give me lots of opportunity to practice colouring glass as well. Also, if anyone knows of any really good tutorials on how to colour glass, that would be really great, because every time I try and look it up, all my search terms seem to result in how to actually dye glass or create like coloured glass for windows and that sort of thing, not how to colour in glass. So yeah, let me know if you know any really good tutorials. So that is that one. And I just realised I didn't date that page. But Megan is featuring quite a bit in this video, but that's okay. She very, very sweetly sent me this book. She knows that I am on a really tight budget now. I'm not really able to purchase books and things, really. So she sent this to me because she knows how much I love the Camellia Angel miniatures books, and this one is just adorable. There are lots of flip-throughs online already, but the page that I coloured was this one. Excuse me. And I used my Copic markers, metallic gel pens, glaze pens for the eyes, my white Arteza marker, and there's just a little bit of glimmer and shimmer and glossiness there. but I'm quite happy with how it turned out. They're very cute little aliens. Next up, I did quite a few pages in this book actually in August. I am trying to get it finished this year, and the book is Disney Girl Power Pixel Magic by Hatchet Heroes. And where are we? Yep, okay. So I did Snow White. And all of these pages are a mixture of my Arteza, my Artex, Life of Colour and Tooly Art acrylic paint markers. So yes, there's Snow White. And then we have Pocahontas. And Cinderella. And then I also did for Pixie's projects, her Pixie's Disney colouring prompt was Ursula, so I did this Ursula page as well. So that gets me closer and closer to finishing. I still have a few to do, but I am getting there for sure. Then I did a page in Disney's, the Hatchet Hero Disney Bustier book, colour by number. And this was for Spicy Cat Disney prompt, which was Bambi. So I did this one with Bic and Crayola water-based markers, just for a quick colour. It does go streaky, but I didn't mind. I think because I managed to get all the lines going the same way, it still looks fairly neat. But Bambi's just so adorable. My goodness me. Very, very cute. So considering I didn't really colour in the first half of the month, in the second half of the month, I still have quite a few pages. So I finally, you probably would have seen, well, maybe on Instagram, I finally finished my double page spread in my Journey Through Europe by Rita Berman. And this was following Olivier Odorant's Patreon tutorial. And this is it here. I am so unbelievably proud of this double page spread. It is done using Polychromos pencil, no, Prismacolor pencils, and some metallic gel pens and white pens. And it took me quite a number of weeks because I was doing other colouring in between. But I'm so, so happy with it. And it really has helped me see the potential of coloured pencils and really want to, I mean, I already wanted to hone my pencil skills, and that's why I started doing the tutorial, but yeah, it's made me want to do it even more. I did change the colours to what Olivier has done because I wanted a set colour palette, and I'm really happy with it. And Rita Berman herself actually contacted me on Instagram and asked if she could share the page. So that just like totally blew me away. So thank you, Rita, and thank you, Olivier, for your amazing tutorials. I'll try and remember to link her Patreon, to put her Patreon link in the description. So that's that one. Then there is a page in Quick and Easy Colouring by Colouring Heaven Jr. Cute Little Dragons by Lee Holland. And I coloured a page in here for the Colouring Roulette game that Disney Makes Colouring and Jody from JI Colorist and I have been playing each month. So this month was my turn to choose the prompts. And the prompts I chose were, we had to colour in a kid's colouring book, we had to colour something as a galaxy with white stars. We had to use alcohol markers, and then there were 5 colours that I chose. I will link the original video in the iCards, but this is the page that I created with those prompts. So one of the colours was gold. So I used a gold Sharpie, which is alcohol based, so that goes in with the alcohol markers. And then it was crimson, blue, green, navy, the gold, and one other colour. Aqua, I think. So yeah, these cute little dragons were the result, and I'm really happy with it. It's the best colouring roulette result that I have had so far. So yeah, keep your eye out for the next one, and it'd be really great if you wanted to join in with the prompts as well. Next up is a page in Camellia Angel Cover's 50 Mythical Miniatures. And I coloured the page that I'm about to show you as part of my new series, where I am colouring a page from this book and sharing with you the story behind the creature and the origin and where it came from, and a story about them and all that sort of thing. And I've had a really positive response. So I'm really looking forward to doing a next one in September. But the page that I did was, well, the creature that I did was the troll. So yeah, I used my alcohol markers and a bit of metallic as well. And it was just a lot of fun. I think it turned out really cute. Yeah, so I will link to that video as well if you're interested to check it out. Then we have our Sea of Colours colour along. And the page that was chosen by consensus this month was the nameplate page. And I have just been editing the video for showing everyone's buddy pages, everyone who coloured this page with me, and realised that it's like a reef, and I have just been to the Barrier Reef. So it was a pretty perfect page for this month, really. And I was a bit slow to realise that. But I have used my Inktense pencils and a bunch of metallic watercolours. I also used some 3D pearl paint, I guess it is. I did it around the place with the bubbles and in her hair. But yeah, lots of shimmer. Very, very fun. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. The next page I coloured for the Nurmacolours prompt, which was brown skin, brown hair woman, or dark skin, brown hair woman. And I did this page here from Rita Prince Adorable Girls. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I did a light brown hair with the darker skin tone, used my Copic markers, some metallic gel pens, a white marker, and some glaze pen on her lips and her eyes. Oh, and also on some of the flowery petal bits. But I just think it's so cute. I just love this book so much. I know I say it every time, but I do. I love it. So that is that one. Then we have, trying to reach, in 50 Stylish Mandalas by Camellia Angel Cover, I coloured this page here for Disney Meg's Colourings prompt, Meg's Disney Mandala Challenge. And this month, the character we were taking our colour palette from was Joy from the Disney movie Inside Out. And this is the result. So it's very happy, and colourful. And I try to choose a mandala from this book that kind of makes sense with the character. So this is Snow White. It feels a bit folksy, and like it makes sense with the story. This one was Donald Duck. It's a bit more angular, like a duck's beak. I don't know. I just makes sense to me. So this one's happy and swirly, and yeah. Then, as you would have seen, I did complete Aria Veil, which was for the hashtag Complete Aria Veil. That was hosted by Pixie's Projects. And the last page we did this month was this one here. I do have a full flip through of the whole book, which I will link up in the description, up in the iCards. And it's, yeah, that's of the completed book. So I used my Copic markers, some Posca Metallic, and some Sakura Black Glaze, white marker, and I think that's it. So all the metalwork is glazed to look like, what's it called? Wrought iron. So yeah, that's that one done. So that's pretty exciting. Then I also coloured this page here in a video. If I still am able to link more videos, I will do so up there. I coloured this for the video that I shared with you 8 different health benefits for colouring. And this was a freebie that Morgan O'Brien offered around the 1st of April, April Fool's Day this year. I don't think it's still available though, unfortunately, but I coloured it with my Copic markers, a little bit of metallic pen, and my white marker. But it's very cute. I just love Matchstick Mouse so much. Then in The Way Home by Morgan O'Brien, I coloured this page for Johanna's for 2 of her prompts. The first one is Grogu in 2022, which is this specific page for August in this book. And then the second one is the Morgan O Colour Challenge, where Johanna chooses a colour for us to use in any Morgan O'Brien book, but I combined the two. And the colour was grey, so I used cool greys on the monster and warm greys on the landscape. And I'm really, really happy with how the sky came out. I just had this idea in my head and it translated onto the paper, and that doesn't always happen, so I'm really happy with it. So I did that, and then I also did this page here because I'm also trying to get this book finished because I love, well, it's a bit ironic. I love colouring in it so much, I want to get it finished, but then once it's done, I'll have no more to colour because this book isn't available anymore. But anyway, so this was for a prompt in the Facebook group, and the prompt was stars. So I used different metallic watercolours, splashed some watercolour on there as well, and my Copic markers. So it's nice and shiny. So yeah, I'm getting closer to finishing that book as well. Then we have Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. And this is a project book that I started with Megan from Disney Meg's Colouring, but a bunch of people have joined us now. And we colour a double page spread each month, and this is my page for August. I'm pretty happy with it. I found a few pages, completed pages of this spread on Pinterest and combined some ideas for this result. So I've used a whole variety of different pencils, all different brands, my white marker, a gold gel pen, black glaze pen. I've used some glossy accents on the bottles. yeah, so that was August. And this really big swirly daydream page is for September. So I need to get started on that. Are there any other? No. Okay, so 2 more. The next one is in Aesthetica Synthetica Sketchbook by Kyla Magana. And this was for AUSSIE Palette Challenge. I used the palette in Copic markers and some metallic gel pen to colour this lady here. And I think it turned out pretty well. Then finally, the last page to show you is in Enchanted Faces, which has become a project book that Disney makes colouring and I are doing together, just the 2 of us. And it's by Hannah Lynn, and the page that we chose in August was this one here with the bees and sunflowers. And so this is my page, and I will show you Megan's sweet page. They turned out really different, which I thought was fun. So great job, Meg. So I used my Copic markers, various metallic gel pens, glaze pens on her eyes, dragonfly glaze on the wings, and I think that's it. Can you see that shimmering? So that is all the pages that I coloured in August 2023, and it still turned out to be a lot. I'm actually really not trying to get lots of pages done, but that's where we're at. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what your favourite page is. I really do like to know, and Emerald's going to come back and say goodbye. Bye. Oh, before we do that, please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That would mean the world to me and to Emerald. So from us, we say goodbye. Bye.